Crashit. Activat Quantum Immortality.
My question is, with everything that you've experienced in life up to this point, if you could go back in time and tell your younger selves a life lesson that you've learned, what would you tell them?
Buy Bitcoin.
What's going on, guys? It's K-Dub here with another episode of CryptoZombie. Welcome back to the channel. Another beautiful green day in Bitcoin and cryptocurrency land. Bitcoin is continuing to just grind upwards, trying to break new highs. In fact, we did break this resistance yesterday that had been holding us down for almost 2 weeks, and we've put in our second daily candle above it. So, are we looking for new Bitcoin highs as we continue to pump? Well, I do have a pretty incredible target for Bitcoin. You might want to stick around for that. Now, of course, there is one thing that could potentially be holding Bitcoin back short term, but let me tell you something. Today was one of the biggest days for Bitcoin ever. It is absolutely game changing. We have some massive news for Bitcoin that just came out. You might think you already know what it is, but you probably don't. Maybe you do, but stick around because I think this is absolutely insane. This is huge. Bitcoin is just literally going to go up forever, Laura. It is going to go up forever, Laura. That being said, I do want to talk about the next wave coming into Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, and it might actually be governments, good or bad. We'll discuss that. So if that sounds good to you, you know what to do. If you're not subscribed, check it out. Also, free Telegram group in the description below. We hang out, we talk crypto all day, but be careful of scammers, guys. There are lots of scammers out there. Make sure that you're only talking to the official CryptoZombie. I do have a verified check mark. Anything else, don't listen to it, okay? So you can see right here, we are about to basically look like we want to set up for another parabolic run. Now, there may be a potential chance that Bitcoin could come down and retest this, this support right here, faking everyone out. Everyone will start calling head and shoulders, right? But we've talked about this. You look at these bearish traditional moves in markets, and we're in a bull market. The trend is your friend. So even a neutral move is bullish and a bearish move is neutral. Remember, that's what we always say. So we are still looking to put in higher highs for Bitcoin. Obviously, we are consolidating, in my opinion, still in this wedge. So like I said, we do have potential to bounce around. We are once again hitting this heart line. So it wouldn't be uncommon to see Bitcoin come down. Of course, we do still have the CME Futures gap. Where is it? It's right here, right? So even though futures have pumped for 2 days, we do still have the gap. So what does that mean? Well, these gaps tend to get filled. It's kind of a self-fulfilling prophecy. Do I necessarily believe in them? Not really. But I just want to throw it out there. There is that potential for a fake out. We could dump quick to 54,000, but let me tell you guys, I am not worried. We have been accumulating and adding to our longs. You can see right here, we are up 7.13 for Bitcoin, 285 for Ethereum, and we have been buying these dips. We have been longing these dips, right, guys? And we are entering the blue box territory, and I am looking for a short-term target of at least $64,000 for Bitcoin. And by the way, guys, if you are interested in learning how to trade like this, how to ladder into these different positions, make sure you check out my tutorial on Bybit. There are $800 in bonuses, $200 exclusively for using my link below in this video. If you want to check out the tutorial, it is popping up above, but getting back to the charts right here, you can see that short term, we are looking at about a $64,270 Bitcoin, which I do believe would be, well, it would be the new all-time high. But then if we zoom out, you could see that we were originally forming this ascending wedge right here before we actually fell out of it. So if we continue and we can break out of the trend that we're in right now and actually break up higher, I have my target right here at about $77,000 for Bitcoin. So I'm looking at about a $77,000 Bitcoin, and we could be seeing that possibly by early to mid April, or I mean, April's literally happening in 2 days. So yeah, within 2 weeks, I think we could have a $77,000 Bitcoin. I don't see the trend reversing. I don't see us going down to these crazy levels like 43,000, like some people have been calling it. We have way too much interest. We have way too much whale accumulation down at those levels, right? And also people have asked me like, hey, can I like copy your trades? Do you have anything? Do you give signals? I mean, I don't give signals, guys. I just literally put videos out every single day. I let you know exactly what I'm doing. It's totally for free. As you guys know, I don't have any courses or anything like that. If you are interested, though, there are things like copy trading. You can head over to Prime XBT. You can check out Covesting, and you can actually do some copy trading here. Burritos 1, he's obviously a member of the CryptoZombie community. He is verified. He's number 5. So if you want, you can check him out. If you are interested in trading over on Prime XBT, you can use the promo code below by using the link. It's CryptoZombie. You get 50%. So if you deposit 1 Bitcoin, they'll give you 50%. So just want to let you guys know that that is an opportunity out there. But having a look at this chart right here, there's absolutely, oh, and I do have a tutorial if you want, popping up above, check that out. But, talking about this right here, I mean, this is beautiful, guys. Look at this. Currently where we're sitting right now, if we were to close at this or higher, we would actually be sitting higher than even the top of the candle wick that we had last month. So unless we have some incredibly black swan, bearish, catastrophic event happen in the next 24 hours, this is looking like one of the most beautiful green candles that I've seen for Bitcoin in the past 3 months. And I think that this trend is still our friend, and I am not looking for anything except for higher highs and higher lows moving forward. In fact, if you want to talk about the price of Bitcoin, the market cap of Bitcoin actually hit 1.105 trillion, which now means that Bitcoin's market cap is actually bigger than Canada, the country Canada's entire M1 money supply. It's also bigger than Australia's, which is 1.079 as well. So Bitcoin is growing bigger than countries here, guys. If anyone's still ignoring it at these levels, probably can't help you. Probably can't help you at this point. Probably can't help you. Now, the miners, we know that the miners had a lot of selling pressure. We had a lot of FUD coming out from F2 pool as well. Well, you can see right here, like William Clemente pointed out, miners ramped up a lot of their selling between 27K to 32K, but since they have actually completely stopped selling. So they say that this is either due to the ability to finance the operations through debt, or they know something. They know something. Well, we know something too. We know that Bitcoin price is probably going to go to the moon. In fact, we have some crazy targets out there. 300K, $1 million. I don't know, guys. The sky's the limit. But what I do know is that Bitcoin, in my opinion, is a lot better than holding that dirty, dirty fiat, right? Also, we're talking about the accessibility of Bitcoin, right? We didn't have the infrastructure built. We didn't have the plumbing built in 2017. We have that now. You can see right here, actually, you had CME Group announcing that it plans to launch a new Bitcoin futures product on May 3rd, and this is called Micro Bitcoin Futures, which will be 1/10 the size of 1 Bitcoin. These smaller size contracts will obviously allow more market participants to be able to get involved for people that have less capital, right? The downside is that it's cash settled, okay, which means you don't actually have to own Bitcoin, so pick and choose your battles, I guess, but through indirect exposure, this is actually good for some kind of adoption. Now, talking about adoption, this article over from Bitcoinist says Bitcoin has won over institutional investors. Could governments be next? And by the way, this isn't even the big news of the video. The big news is later. But this is a very interesting point right here. So, they talk about these guys that were bashing Bitcoin all through 2017, 2018, 2019, and now the same financial firms and institutions that once doubted Bitcoin are now its biggest supporters, right? You have Goldman Sachs, for instance, who refused to acknowledge Bitcoin as a real asset class or a suitable investment back in 2017, now endorses Bitcoin, recently reopening its trading desk for cryptocurrencies, offering Bitcoin-based financial products. Earlier this month, we had Temasek, Singapore's $306 billion sovereign wealth fund, revealed that they had been investing in Bitcoin since 2018. And likewise, one of New Zealand's major pension funds disclosed that it is traditionally conservative, but is now looking to allocate around 5% of its portfolio to Bitcoin. So we had the CEO of New York Digital Investment Group, Robert Gutman, stating that more governments may actually be looking to invest in Bitcoin through their sovereign wealth funds. Allegedly, New York Dig had been advising several sovereign wealth funds on potential Bitcoin investment. So we've seen the retail mania. We're seeing the institutional mania. We've seen the S&P 500 companies, Teslas, and now we may be seeing governments, right? I mean, I told you about the mayor of Miami and how they're looking to potentially start mining Bitcoin in Miami. Crazy stuff happening. Big times for Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. But this is, in my opinion, some of the biggest news. The Bakkt app has finally launched. This happened today, by the way. A game-changing digital wallet to get your digital assets, including Bitcoin, frequent flyer miles, gift cards, and more into one amazing wallet. So this is the app right here. And you might be saying, who cares? It's okay, so it's an app I can hold Bitcoin in. Yeah, but think about it. There's a lot of people that maybe don't really have that access to Bitcoin, or they don't want to set up a Coinbase account, or maybe they're just lazy, or maybe they're skeptical, right? But these people, they fly on airplanes, they shop at retail stores, and now you're going to have a place to put all of your reward points, your loyalty points, your bonus coupons, whatever, in one digital wallet. And the cool thing is that you can redeem it for cash. So you can actually sell your loyalty points. Obviously, they're going to have to release who's going to be involved. I don't know which companies or retail outlets are going to get involved in this, but inevitably, you can essentially trade your loyalty coupons for cash, and you can convert that cash into Bitcoin, where then you can buy, sell, and trade. So this is huge. So you're going to just, people that just have these points, these coupons just kind of sitting around, maybe they're not going to use it, whatever. I have an extra $20. Okay, I'll throw it into Bitcoin, right? Now they have Bitcoin exposure. And then, well, we all know what happens next, right? Price goes up, and then, oh my goodness, how do I buy more of it? And then they go down the rabbit hole. This is absolutely game-changing. We talked about this last year, and today is the day. It is finally here, and this is absolutely massive. But wait, there is more. There's more today. I'm not done. Online payments giant PayPal is going to start accepting cryptocurrencies as a medium of exchange. This is huge, guys. PayPal is one of the largest. I use PayPal all the time, to be totally honest with you. I mean, they're integrated with almost every website out there. And now you're going to actually be able to use Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies as well. They say they have Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and Bitcoin Cash. And essentially, you can use this, and then the merchant, it'll be converted into fiat, right? But what's awesome is that there's not going to be any transaction fees at all. I don't know how they're covering these gas fees, but that's on them. They're taking care of it. And it says the new system is expected to feature a crypto checkout service where users can pay for goods. And yeah, this was a rumor, but they did confirm it. So it's not a rumor, it is confirmed. And the CEO said, we think it is a transitional point where cryptocurrencies move from being predominantly an asset class that you buy, hold, and or sell to now becoming a legitimate funding source to make transactions in the real world at millions of merchants. This is absolutely game-changing, guys. This is absolutely massive, massive news. Not to mention the fact that Chipotle, they're hopping on the Bitcoin bandwagon. Chipotle actually changed their Twitter portfolio to just hashtag Bitcoin, by the way. And they are giving away $100,000 worth of Bitcoin as part of their recently announced Burritos or Bitcoin game to celebrate National Burrito Day. So they teamed up with that guy, Stephen Thomas, who actually lost his Bitcoin. And basically, you got to try to crack the 6-digit code. There's 10 attempts to guess it. The odds of winning are 1 to 58 million. And if you're lucky enough, you can win $25,000 worth of Bitcoin, or 500 other people can get $500 worth of Bitcoin. And there's also 10,000 free burritos that will be given away as well. You can see right here, Burritos or Bitcoin. This is their ad that they have going on over here. So that's pretty incredible. Not to mention the fact that, speaking about, nations might be getting on the Bitcoin bandwagon, but we have Texas Governor Greg Abbott responding to a Cointelegraph article that said Texas chases after Wyoming with crypto law proposal. And he said, count me in as crypto law proposal supporter. It is increasingly being used for transactions and is beginning to go mainstream as an investment. Fidelity, etc., trying to get a Bitcoin ETF. Texas should lead on this like we did with the gold depository. So, man, if that's not some hopium, if that's not some Some bullish Bitcoin news today. I don't know what to tell you guys. This was just an incredible day. It was like, I mean, listen, you know, there's like some days you wake up and you can't really find anything to talk about. Today it was just like bullish news after bullish news after bullish news. So things are looking great for Bitcoin. Obviously, does it mean that we can't still have a little bit of a fake out, a little bit of a pullback? Well, you know the whales, they play their games. I mean, having a look over here, Ethereum, actually, this for my people that love to watch the Ethereum analysis, we are in fact hitting a little bit of a resistance right here. Am I looking to sell my position yet? No, not really, guys. Honestly, I think if anything, we're going to consolidate down here, maybe potentially lower, retesting on this level before having the breakout. So I'm just looking at this as healthy accumulation. We're just basically setting up for the big move is really all I'm seeing. You know, we got the bull flag on Bitcoin. We got the pennant over here, or I mean, technically it's an asymmetrical triangle for Ethereum. So yeah, I mean, keep in mind Ethereum could have a little bit of a pullback, you know, retest this level. But ultimately, I am still looking for both Bitcoin, Ethereum, and the crypto markets to continue. And also, you guys know I couldn't have a video without talking about Polkadot and Polkadot ecosystem. So Pure Stake, and this I'm really excited. I'm just gonna be straight up, like not trying to shill this. I'm pumped. Pure Stake, the company behind Moonbeam and Moonriver Networks, two parachain candidates for Polkadot and Kusama respectively, announced a successful $6 million raise. Sorry, guys, there's like some crazy hawk like flying around my house right now. He looked like he was about to hit my window. So Moonbeam positions itself as the Ethereum on Polkadot chain, looking to closely mirror the Ethereum environment while benefiting from interoperability with the rest of the Polkadot ecosystem through many though many parachains have since added support for the Ethereum virtual machine, Moonbeam focuses on the rest of the Ethereum ecosystem, supporting the same addresses, wallets, and development tools. So this is pretty crazy, guys, especially when you're talking about that interoperability. Moonbeam is currently working with some Ethereum DeFi projects to port their projects to the new chain. According to Moonbeam, candidates including SushiSwap, Balancer, IDEX, Ocean Protocol, and others are already on board. So very, very big news for this. And also talking about Polkadot, I like letting you guys know about these up and coming projects that I do have my eyes on. Polkalocker definitely looks like something super interesting. They have highly customizable escrow for token economies. Now, in the real world, escrow is a very important service, right? It's a place where you can essentially, you know, lock funds and have them distributed in a fair manner. You know, for example, even if just simply, you know, something like buying and selling, right? If you want to have that party to trust it, yes, the funds are here. And yes, they will be distributed when A happens or B happens, right? And this is something that sometimes we don't really see all the time, especially with the centralization of some of these sales that do happen. Even though the IDO model has become, you know, sort of more popular in recent times, they talk about problems. You have lack of trust. Blockchain is inherently secure, but the system is only as strong as its weakest link. So they talk about token unlocks and distributions are still, you know, sometimes very centralized. The complexity, right? A lot of users obviously can't read smart contracts. Still to this day, a lot of it is not really user-friendly for beginners. Inflation and token unlocks need to be more understandable for everyone. And finally, they talk about adoption. Interacting with tokens is difficult and high risk. Code is complex. Polkalocker escrow simplifies accessibility and is highly customizable even for non-technical users. So they talk about some of their solutions, products remove the weak link, the human component, and instead focuses on governance to control the escrow systems. They also talk about places that users front and center, they place the user front and center, and they aim to build seamless omni-channel digital platforms with user experiences as its core. So they already, you know, they talk about these two products. So you have Locker, which is cross-chain support via Polkadot Bridge technology, fully customizable and flexible release schedules with simple-to-use UI, event-based distribution with Oracle feeds, multi-payout options, one-click insurance, monetized locked tokens, NFT locking capabilities. So this is also something pretty interesting as well. Social proofing, and then, of course, they do have Swapper, the P2P cross-chain token swapping protocol, which is going to be really good for swapping from Ethereum to Polkadot, etc., right? And they do go over some of the competitive advantages. You know, they talk about privacy, obviously NFT locking, cross-chain, multi-signature, event-driven insurance, customizable release schedules as well. Obviously, the LKR token will have its utility. You have payments, discounts, monetization, analytics, rewards, staking, governance as well. And just going to point out, guys, when you have a look at the investor and partnerships, a look at who's leading the rounds. Again, we have Moonrock Capital, Morningstar Ventures. Do I really have to tell you guys? I mean, you know, you follow the money, right? These guys, they're the investors. They're the incubators. They are the ones that get behind it, right? So if you follow the smart money, you've seen that these guys have been doing absolutely incredible work lately. So definitely check out Polkadot. And also, speaking of Moonrock Capital and Morningstar, oh, by the way, yes, of course, the Polkadot IDO, just so you guys know, is April 7th. So I will keep you guys up to date on that. But obviously, getting back to Morningstar and Moonrock, you know, obviously these guys are very heavily in the Pokemon, and this is happening on Poka Starter. This is happening tomorrow, so I do want to just keep you guys, just remind you about that as well. And also, they're saying release the baby dragons. It is time to claim your Pokemon. So if you did have an opportunity to do that, go check that out, guys. But that is it for me today. That is enough. Lots of crazy bullish news. Look at this beautiful chart, putting in higher highs, putting in higher lows, PayPal news, Bakkt news, Chipotle news. Okay, maybe the Chipotle news isn't that big. But that being said, guys, that is it for me. Also, check out Bybit's 7-day challenge. I forgot to mention that. Check that out if you are interested. But that is it for me. My name is K-Dub. This is CryptoZombie. And if you haven't checked out these videos popping up right here, right now, check them out. And until next time, stay crypto. And of course, peace out.